I'd like to call the City of LaPorte Board of Public Works and Safety meeting to order February 3rd, 2026, 9 a.m. We will begin with the Pledge of Allegiance. David Heinhold.
Pledge of allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call.
Member Romine?
Here.
Mayor Dermody?
Here.
Member Kosher?
Here.
All present.
Approval of the January 21st, 2026 meeting minutes. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Public comment, anything online?
Comments yet, Mayor?
Yet being the key word. Clerk Treasurer, claims approval.
We had an employee bonus payroll in the amount of $141,861.19.
I move we approve the bonus payroll.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion passes.
Thank you. We have January 30th civil city payroll in the amount of $576,128.02.
I move we approve the civil city payroll.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion passes.
We have civil city claims in the amount of $1,153,419.11.
I move we approve the civil city claims.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes.
Sewage claims in the amount of $957,581.49.
I move we approve the sewage claims.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion passes.
Water claims in the amount of $221,498.07.
I move we approve the water claims.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes.
And then if I may, can I add
You may.
Thank you. We will need, upon board approval, this is normal, a transfer from the credit card clearing account for civic non-reverting into the 5504, the civic non-reverting fund, in the amount of $95,663.77 for credit card revenues for the end of December and all of January.
Make a motion to approve.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes.
Thank you. And then lastly, Councilman Frankie turned in his conflict of interest for 2026. Those are rolling in, so you'll probably see quite a few of those at the beginning of 2026. I don't know if you wanted to note anything about it. This is a requirement for anyone that holds any sort of contract with the city of LaPorte.
And Mr. Frankie's firm does do work for the city. Do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion passes, and these are available to the public.
They are uploaded to the Gateway website, the state of Indiana's transparency portal.
Perfect. Thank you.
Thank you.
I do have an appointment that I need to leave for, so department heads, you get to stay for a little bit longer. New business, request for use, live way of the crosswalk.
Good morning. This is an event that, that the diocese does every year. It's a live way of the crosswalk. They generally have between 75 and 100 people who participate. They mostly use right-of-way, so they're mostly on the sidewalks, and it's a 6-block circle that they make. They start at St. Joseph Church on 2nd Street, go to B Street for 2 blocks, and then on 4th Street for 1, and then back to the church on C Street for 2 blocks. They basically want to just make sure that the city's aware that it's going on. They will be requesting the police department to possibly help them out with maybe at crosswalks or something. They'll be contacting the police department about that. But like I said, mostly they're not closing anything. They're just using the public right of way. But because of the amount of people, they want to make us aware of it. And it takes about an hour. So,
And the police are usually supportive of this, and fire. Do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion passes.
thank you very much.
Thank you. As you are all aware, Nick Minnick has moved on, and while we've appreciated his efforts in the city of LaPorte, we have some open opportunities that he had started here with the city that we'd like to see continue on with Lockmuir. Mr. Otis, anything to add?
No, this is an agreement, apologize, kind of a general agreement, and then there'll be specific agreements for specific projects going forward.
Comments from our members?
So it just, you're agreeing to the general terms, and then on, it's project-specific, though, like, there's no is there a project yet? I don't know if we have a specific project, but as the projects come up, we'll approve that specific agreement.
Do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
And discussion?
Don't we have already a certain, there's already task order number 1 in here. Isn't that for a specific project or no?
Mr. Minnick, please come forward, state your name and address for the record.
Nick Minnick, Lockmuir Group. I'm somewhere in South Bend right now. But, so we have task orders that we'll put in for specific things. So we're working, I'll help with a different project, you know, depending on what's needed. And those task orders could either go to the mayor for signature, or the assistant director for signature, or clerk treasurer for signature, based on the amount of the specific task order. And then if it's over their purchasing authority, then it would come to the Board of Works. But generally, if it's a smaller task, then that allows us to kind of just keep things moving and get some things done. And then if it's a bigger project, the board would get to look at it and make sure they were comfortable with it as well.
So, for example,
I get it.
pin fusion is something Nick's been involved with since the beginning, and we have some cleanup and some finish up to do to finalize everything. So to hire a different engineer to try to bring that in, start over, it made no sense, and Nick's been an important part of that, so we just thought it might be best to close out different projects like that with Nick that has helped see us through.
I see.
With approval of the general services agreement, then I'll get the task orders together and forward them to the mayor and departments as necessary.
I see. I get it.
And the
Okay.
redevelopment commission is also approved for some of the projects as well.
So is that kind of in lieu of a not to exceed? 'Cause I didn't see
It'd
that
be
there's-
hourly, yeah. So task orders aren't necessarily going to be, it's not set right now. Right now, what you have is a general agreement and hourly rates. The task order would allow for whatever type of project it needs to be. Sometimes it makes sense to have a lump sum project. Sometimes it's time and materials. Sometimes it's just hourly. It really depends on the scope as to what the right kind of type of project it is as
Okay.
far as.
So it's, so really driven by the request from the city in
Yep.
terms of what's needed for
Yep.
that particular project? Okay.
Yeah, Mr. Minnick
Gotcha.
isn't running wild out in the city saying, I'll
No.
pick this up and that up, so.
No.
But we're glad to have him as a partner, so thank you. Further comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Thanks,
Bless
Nick.
you.
Good to see you. David Heinhold.
David Heinold, City Planning. So Rural King Realty is presenting preliminary and final plat for splitting off the one big lot on West State Road 2, as you know, into 2 lots. So Rural King would be 1 lot, and then the rest would be the second lot. This has gone through Plan Commission in October. They gave a approval contingent upon the approval or review of ECR document that has been reviewed by Legal Department and Wastewater and Planning. And basically meets all of the lot standards in the zoning ordinance, and I'm happy to answer any questions.
David, just as a reminder, why are we doing this?
This is a request.
Rural King.
This is a request from Rural King. One, we would request this contingent upon them transferring utilities to us. But 2, I think they're planning to sell the eastern portion of the property. I haven't had any specific conversations with them, but look, from listening to everybody, I think they've been a pretty good steward of that property compared to what it used to be, and I think you'd see future continued development there, particularly the location where Al's grocery store used to be.
Mr. Jackson, any thoughts?
Yeah, and just as a bit of background on the utilities, what kind of held this up, this probably would have been approved maybe a month or two ago. We want the utilities to be transferred to us. We have had, Jerry in particular, has had some, not bad experiences with them, but in other parts of town where we don't have ownership of the utilities, and then neighbors are fighting about whose responsibility it is to fix the sewer. So, Jerry, I don't know if you have any other comment on that.
This is a win-win if we take over the sewer, because we'll of course have some costs. Anytime you take over facilities, you have costs. But their property becomes more valuable because now all the parcels have public sewer separately. They're not common sewers. And this serves some undeveloped property that's in the city. So it's a win-win. We'll get future development, and they'll get better customers, better tenants, I guess.
But you don't foresee taking on any problems? It's up to grade and,
It's like any sewer, we're gonna have to clean it, we're gonna have to maintain it. Somewhere down the line, there'll probably be repairs, but there's nothing pressing at the moment.
do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
Comments?
Mayor, and again, today, obviously this is a development that's, 40, 50 years old at least. This would have already been done if this project happened today, but, we're addressing this issue now.
So whether it's a grocer, pickleball courts, anything like that, there's opportunity. So with that, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes. Jeff Batchelor.
Yeah, looking for interlocal cooperation agreement with the Valparaiso for the building code inspections, and we're also looking for one for the county too. So because our inspector retired, and it's going on 2 weeks, so we're kind of falling behind. So this is just kind of help us get through until we can get somebody hired.
Now, we do have Valparaiso's.
I haven't got the one.
So this is just still for Valpo, though?
Correct, and I would ask that you just give us authority to also do a separate one to modify. It's going to be the same language, just the LaPorte County.
Do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
Discussion, and part of this is having the opportunity, and we've spent time with Jeff, Jamie Novak, Tucker King, the very stylish Tucker King, if I may add, spending time looking at permits, looking at what other governmental agencies do, and there's real opportunity to improve our process. And one of the mandatory things, and I know we're going to hold off on OpenGov, that everybody uses OpenGov, all of our departments, but especially from the permitting side, that will be a standard. But we don't have a good answer right now, but we will very soon, about how we're moving forward and to make sure we're customer friendly and doing things and updating the system, not only for us and for our departments, but as well for most importantly, the customer.
And that's, so
Please.
as far as the separate one for the county, same terms? So same
Correct.
terms?
Yep.
Okay.
But probably not financially.
No.
And unfortunately, the individual from Valpo passed away Friday, so we'll be looking for other options, but our thoughts and prayers go out to,
What I would suggest is give us authority up to the amount that we've agreed to with with Valpo, and go from there, so.
all in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes. Roscoe Hoffman, City Hall Fire Alarm System. Maybe we should start with Chief Snyder, because I thought I saw a fire truck last night during city council. Sitting right out here.
Okay, I'm not sure,
Lights.
I didn't check the log, so cut me on that one.
Morning, sir, ma'am. So we had somebody come a few weeks ago and take a look at the fire system that's here in City Hall. And what we did find out is that there's a telephone line that is supposed to go to the system that alerts 911. if there is fire or something that's after hours. There is, it's an old setup. So the request there is for a new, it's for them to run a new line, which will actually work.
Motion to approve.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. Is it a rotary phone?
It's actually a bat phone, but we're changing the color to be orange. so
Thank
that way-
you. Roscoe gets it. For further comment? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes.
And then I did have the second one, you do have that to be tabled for the next meeting.
Do I have a motion to table the open gov
Gov.
agreement so Ms. Parthun may review?
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Thank you, Roscoe.
Thank you very
Jamie
much.
Novak, please come forward. Welcome.
Thank you. Good morning. So before you, you have a couple of RFP scoring tabulation sheets. One is for construction inspection.
We can't
of-
hear you. Could you move the mic?
One is for construction inspection of our sign replacement. You will see that USI Consultants was the highest ranking consultants, and so I am asking, or I'm making a recommendation for consultant selection pending NDOT approval.
Motion to approve.
So moved.
Second.
Comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion passes.
And then I have the second one for our preliminary engineering and right-of-way services for the intersection improvements at Boyd, McClung, and Bach. You will see that Lockmuller Group was the highest ranking consultant on that one, so I am asking for the same permission to move forward with that selection pending NDOT approval.
Motion to approve.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion, and just so everybody can tell, the individuals that are required or did vote or rank this, Mr. Minnick was not one when he was with the city, so there's no conflict there as well. Further comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Novak. Are you staying, Jamie, for the recommendation for consultant selection, or is that? That's the DES,
That's both of those.
oh, there's 594, okay. Chief Snyder,
Just would like to ask the board's approval or the permission for the Merit Commission to make a promotion to the rank of captain. Merit Commission has recently taken action disciplinary that has opened up a captain's position, so I just would ask that you would authorize them to move forward to replacement of that position.
motion to approve,
So moved. Second.
discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes, and thanks for all your work during the cold here, because we see these small calls, large calls, everything in between, with a few issues, so I know you guys are staying busy. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. The stylish Tucker King, NIPSCO interconnection agreement.
You're making me blush here, Mayor. So, I mean, essentially, we are building two generation facilities at the water treatment plant and at the well site. And this is an agreement to say any excess power generated by those facilities will be sold back to NIPSCO at a lower rate, and that the interconnection point will be to their standard.
And again, repeat that one more time. So we will generate,
We're generating solar power at Plant 1, or Plant 2, sorry, and at the old well site, which is now Kankakee Wells. And essentially, this is just saying that because we don't have any kind of storage facility to store excess power, when we have excess power generated by that facility, it will be sold back at the rate determined by the IURC, and that the connection point is up to the standards of NIPSCO.
do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. And are any of these in the county or just all within city limits?
Kankakee technically is in the county.
Did we, because the county is opposed to any alternative energy to lower cost for customers, residents, and business, are we okay to do this since they're opposed to that?
It's on our property.
I mean, it's technically on city property. I don't,
Okay,
yeah.
okay. So we're okay.
Yeah, the solar field will be all within city water department property out there, inside the fenced-in area.
But I know the county's opposed to alternative energy, so I wasn't sure. Further comments?
Disappointing.
All in favor?
Just came out with a study that says those solar panels should last at least 30 years.
And Jerry Wastewater has saved,
Oh, God, we're gonna pay it off, the $2 million we spent, we're gonna pay it off in 12 years, and after that, I don't have the numbers in front of me, it's about another $1 million we'll save in the first 20. So, yeah, it's a cheap form of energy.
but the downside is,
There's none for the wastewater department. Well, it covers some acres. We covered our old sludge beds. So, yeah, there it wasn't much of a downside. It's intermittent power, which means you need either storage or you need to be connected to NIPSCO, and that's what they're doing here. And the other downside is Indianapolis decided some years ago that instead of giving you what NIPSCO pays for for a kilowatt hour, they'll give you about 3 cents, and we pay about 20 cents. So if we buy a kilowatt hour from NIPSCO, we pay 20, and they buy one from us, they pay 3.
Is it not cost beneficial to build up a storage, the ability to store it?
It's not yet, but it's getting there. Tim and I have talked, he can run his operation to try to maximize use of that power as it's being made. And that's what you do. You don't generate a lot of excess because it doesn't pay. You try to use it, so.
Got it. How often does the IURC determine a new rate?
It's been that number for a long time. I don't know. Good question. I don't know.
further comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Jerry Jackson.
I've got a couple maintenance proposals for our generators from Alistair Cat and Buckeye Power Systems. Buckeye's been doing it the last 3 years. McAllister's been working for the Waterworks and has done some work for us on and off over the years. They're a little bit apples and oranges when I compare the two quotes, so I made this really nice spreadsheet that I left on the printer. But anyways, the McAllister winds up on an annual basis being $9,822, and Buckeye is $12,515. Buckeye's does include an additional visit to each of the 11 sites. It's a very cursory, just come take a look at it, make sure it's okay on their way. So there are 2 visits a year, and Buckeye's only, and McAllister's only 1. We start our generators every week with SCADA and test them and run them under load. So we essentially check them once a week for proper operation. So I don't think we need that extra visit that's in Buckeye's proposal. And we've had very good luck with McAllister, as had the Waterworks. So I would recommend McAllister's a little cheaper, and they've done very good work. Buckeye restructured, and they're not close to us anymore, and that hurts them. If we need service, they're slow.
Motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
So we're not only looking just for the lowest cost, but the best
For sure.
service.
It's win-win.
So a 260 number, is this still McAllister coming out of South Bend, or
Yeah,
they're
they're-
Fort Wayne?
South Bend, they're like halfway between,
Yes.
yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
They have several techs that live in LaPorte County that, give you, us their cell phone numbers. We have a problem in the middle of the night, you don't even have to go through their office. You call the tech right away, and their response time is incredible. They know when you're calling them in a power failure and your generator's not starting up, that's a big deal, and they take that very seriously.
Further comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. And just so I can say it, renewals for Pride, the portable toilet company. Interesting.
And Free Flow Environmental, both previous customers, and I'd recommend approval on both these wastewater hauler discharge permits.
Do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? Any detail on Pride, the portable toilet company?
They haven't, they've been a customer, but they haven't hauled much to us, so no, I don't have much detail. Some of these companies will permit a bunch of different wastewater plants, so if they happen to be in the area, they use us, and that's how they operate.
How much does that cost for a permit?
It was
Oh, so it's not. I mean,
$100.
Got it,
Yeah.
so it's relatively small cost, and then
Yeah.
if they're in the area.
And when you're got a truckload of wastewater in a big diesel engine, you can spend $100 on fuel pretty quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Department head reports. Let's begin with Jess Spoljarek. I'm sorry? Thank you. Andrea Smith, HR. I just want to take a moment. She said, sir, so I just wanted to enjoy that. Mark Schreiber, Parks.
Good morning. First, just want to thank everybody associated with Lake Fest. Evan Miller, our Recreation Director, did a great job organizing this year, and we had to spread it out over a couple weekends because we had some dangerously cold temps the weekend before, but we got the indoor events in, and then we got some outdoor stuff in last weekend. So thank you to the sponsors. Thank you to all involved. Youth sports registration, that's for T-ball, baseball, girls softball, and tennis is ongoing. You can do that online at laporteparkandrec.com. Also can do that at the office, 250 Pine Lake Avenue, weekdays 8 to 4. And then coming up at the Civic Auditorium on February 14th is the Winter Wonderland Fair. That's a great collaboration with a couple local businesses and bringing in about 40, 50 vendors to the Civic on Valentine's Day so people can make their plans to be there. And that information can be found on Facebook, or you can call the Civic Auditorium 362-2325.
And Mr. Schreiber, if I can just say, all the individuals that were playing pond hockey were excited, enjoyed it, and looking for more opportunities to participate in hockey on the lake.
Yeah, we're fortunate this year that we got that deep freeze. That was all but written off maybe about 3 weeks ago when the lakes were wide open. But we did get enough deep freeze over a couple weeks span to be able to utilize the lakes this year. So we were happy to be able to do that. We had also had adult softball going on in the park that day, so we had a lot going on. And the softball, they were out there all the way to dark, so they played a good 6-7 hours of softball in the snow. So good on them.
Wow, great, thank you. Ian Eldridge, streets, and I'll tell you, we've been working on the downtown. We need to improve on our downtown cleanup, and I thought Monday, having the team out there, your ideas and thoughts was a great start. And I think the downtown looks really good.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, a lot of early mornings and long hours for the team, but, they've done a great job. And like Mayor mentioned, we do realize we need some improvement just cleaning up the downtown area. So looking at some new ways to tackle that and make sure, it's accessible and, for all the bid district and the businesses down there. So we're working on it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And it was great to see Ian out at 4 a.m. or 10 p.m. out with the team and doing that as well, so thank you. Jamie Novak, engineering, anything?
I'm going to defer to Tucker.
Tim Werner, water.
Thank you. Good morning to the board. Just wanted to bring to the board's attention that we're actively searching for a new leak detection system, correlation system. The other one we've had about 15 years, about $30,000, $40,000. What that does is we can set loggers up where there's a main break or a big leak, and it'll send a frequency down there and kind of pinpoint the leak for us. Water travels in the least path of resistance, so where the water's coming up is not always where that leak is. So you know, saves us time in digging up the streets, smaller holes, being able to address those leaks faster. The problem with our old one is the loggers, the batteries for them are obsolete. I did talk with Courtney's office a couple weeks ago. We finally found one, but it had to come from India or somewhere, and they wanted a direct bank transfer, and we just didn't feel comfortable with doing that. So Mueller's got a new system out, so we're shopping around so you can give us the best price on it. So we'll be coming with some quotes here pretty soon on that. The guy's been busy with main breaks and service leaks. We've had quite a few over the last couple weeks. I know we had one on Lakeside that we were scheduled to repair on Friday. At the same time, we had one on Indiana Ave. We felt at the time the Indiana Ave leak was needed to be fixed first. The Vector started to freeze up at that time. We didn't have all the locates for Lakeside, so we called it off till yesterday morning. The guys were out there first thing in the morning, addressed that situation, came back, scraped all the ice up. So hopefully everybody in that neighborhood is happy and everything's back to normal.
But remember, the locate wasn't a city locate, that we were waiting on a
Yeah, it
different
was
customer.
Surf Air we were waiting for. You know, you hit that facility without the locate being approved, you're automatically responsible for it. It finally got cleared later in the day Friday. I made that judgment call to have the guys wait till Monday morning to keep them safe and a little warmer temperature so we could finish the job in a timely manner. Something else I want to make the public aware of, you know, everybody talks about frozen pipes. Well, when we start getting these warmer temperatures right now is when those frozen pipes will start to show that they've been cracked. You know, they're froze over when it's real cold, like an outside spigot or something. You don't notice it. As everything starts to warm up, that's when you start to get the leak. So I just want everybody to pay attention. Their basements, if they had frozen lines, they're probably going to be showing up here real soon. If there's a crack in the pipe or something. So just keep an eye on that. It's always a good practice if your meter's in the basement, you got everything off, just take a look at it, see if it's running. Kind of helps. So, but they can call us at the water department 24 hours a day, and we can get people out there to help with that, or take a look around for them if there's some elderly people that are worried about their basements. Then give us a call. We can dispatch someone out there.
And the last part of that, in the area that I think we could do better, is just, we could have chipped the ice down over the weekend, and that's something we heard from people. But people got to call us. We don't check social media. Please call us. We give our cell phone out, and you know, maybe we could have done something more. I appreciated Mr. Kosher calling, and it was done quickly. Your team was done in 2 hours.
Yeah, they make short work of it. And like I said, with the temperatures Friday, one of the discharge valves on the Vector froze up. So you know, we have to get that thing back in the heat to warm up. It's just you know, water and the cold don't really go together.
Jerry Jackson, wastewater.
I just want to report that our BioTower distributor that the guy repaired on an emergency basis has been running now 2 weeks, running well, and finally the bioreactor is starting to wake up and do some work finally. Starting one in 0-degree weather doesn't work very good, and now the bacteria are working at ours. They usually remove about 95% of the ammonia, and they're about 50% so far in this tower, so we're getting there. So another week or two, we may be back up fully in operation.
Tucker King, engineering.
Just trying to catch up on all the projects that we have on the books, you know. Things are good. It's hard losing Nick, but I think we're going to make it. I think it's going to be a good change for us.
Courtney Parthune, clerk treasurer.
A few things. I first want to say, speaking of fantastic teamwork, our accounting system is in 2026. Ashley Knoll worked hard this weekend getting us our year rolled over.
Thank you, Ashley.
She's great. Now that year end has wrapped up, this is a busy season for our office. Year end is wrapped up. We're focusing on the annual financial report, the AFR, nice little acronyms in government, which we are then audited on mid-year. We are audited on our annual report. That annual report will take us all of February to complete. That's got capital assets, all of our, I mean, it's got all of our financials in it. So we'll be working on that. And I did want to give a special shout out to Stephanie Blazek, Jamie Novak, and Tucker King, who have been working hard on getting everyone, and Roscoe Hoffman, for getting us everyone trained on OpenGov that's relevant to OpenGov. So they're working through that, learning things that might not pertain to their areas, but they are trying to learn that so that OpenGov flows correctly. So huge shout out to them. Thank you very much for that, because that is essential for us to operate.
Nick Otis, legal?
We had one comment online, and then last night at the council meeting, it's kind of a small issue, but it's going to be a good project for this, not a small issue, but a small item on the agenda was to vacate a cul-de-sac that was never built on Walton Street, kind of where the old Bernanke's greenhouse used to be. The owner of that property, Eric Krieger, plans to do residential development in that area.
Eric.
Oh, yeah, that's right. And it's about 8 or 9 acres. He had a really good proposal for that area for residential housing that kind of fits that neighborhood. So I think that'll be a good project. Mayor, we had one comment. Karen Maycheck Carlson, again, NIPSCO taking advantage of being a monopoly. I know you commented on, this is probably in response to Jerry's comment, but you wanted to address that last night.
Yeah, if my phone, and we'll talk about it, but it's 363-7293 if she wants to call. Again, we have no authority, but we do fight for our residents, so look forward to hearing from her. By the way, Mr. Otis was recognized Monday, just as a reminder, this past Monday, for his acceptance into the Indiana Basketball Hall of Fame, which is an amazing accomplishment. Well-deserved. Congratulations. Jeff Batchelor, Code Enforcement.
Yeah, we condemned the Porte Technologies at the end of December. They had 30 days to make.
Which is Teledyne.
Which is Teledyne, the old Teledyne building. And they had 30 days to make changes. They actually, with Nick talking to them and that stuff, they agreed to vacate all the buildings right there on Philadelphia. And I'm gonna go by there today because when I talked to the person that's working there, he said they haven't vacated it yet, but he only goes through the building a couple times a day. So that still doesn't add up to it. So the fines will start today.
But as well, there's water systems that are not put in.
There's still problems with the sprinkler system. Anytime a building, doesn't matter if it's closed or not, they still have to have a sprinkler. We went through that with American Rubber, where it caught fire and there was nothing to put it out. So we're not going to fall into that again and that stuff. Andy went there, and we've been still working on trying to get the fire marshal, the state fire marshal, to come out there too.
And Spectrum has offered to take the building down at no cost to Teledyne.
Yes.
Yeah. They would keep the material, and there's obviously an incentive there, but at no cost. But that building needs to come down as well. I know you're working with the ATC, and Danny Streeter, who's been a big proponent of the shutdown of Mickey's and Monty's because of all the gun violence, now has an opportunity. We look forward to him helping do that now as a member of the ATC. So I'm surprised it isn't down yet. We'll expect it hopefully by the end of the week. Besides that, Chief Drainmeister, Police.
Nothing at this time, thank you.
Except great award recognition last night.
Yeah, when I first took chief, I directed my captains to highlight the officers that have positive attitudes and good work ethics for a 6-month term, so they issue out captains awards. We honored them last night with that, and we also started an Officer of the Year award, and that was given to Corporal Dalton Fluhoff. He's nothing but positive energy and always willing to come out and work.
And as well, now I forgot the officer, but 15 minutes of CPR to keep somebody alive.
So he was showcased last night because he was off duty, and there was a subject choking, and he responded to the scene off duty and administered the Heimlich maneuver and CPR. It's just hard to find work ethic like that when you have a mentality of I'm off duty. Let the ones that are working address that. He knew he could respond quicker, and he did. So that's why he was showcased last night.
And that was?
Devin Flanagan Hammonds.
That's amazing. It's also amazing that you'd be showing a Packers Cup still at this point.
You know, I don't have any other ones.
Chief Snyder.
I've had to sit next to that the whole meeting. Just to tag on to what Tim said, a little notice. With those frozen pipes, please don't use blow torches to warm them up. It does not usually end well. We have had a number of those calls in past years where it has caught the entire house on fire. I know one in the area here recently, so just tag on to that with Tim.
And as well, it was a firefighter that helped as well during that CPR situation too, so thank you to him as well. Roscoe Hoffman, IT. Bert Cook.
I have no report, Mayor.
Craig Phillips.
No report, thanks.
I think that is everybody. Unfinished business. As Mr. Otis mentioned, NIPSCO. You know, NIPSCO is a partner of ours on many projects, but we see what's happening to the public, to the residents on their increased bills. And when people were expecting a 15–16% increase, I think we're seeing much higher than that. And I've reached out to our legislators, both Republican and Democrat at the state level. At the federal level, I've asked for a meeting or a sit-down to go to Washington to meet with President Trump, because he had said in 2025 that he would reduce energy costs by 50%, and we need to see how we can help make that happen. But we're talking, and then to the IURC, to see what we can do, not only for the short term to help those individuals in our community, especially the poor, the low income, the seniors, that may are really struggling with these bills. Obviously, NIPSCO has some availability to provide some relief. You can call their 800 number, and as well, you can go to the township trustee to find some support as well. So, but not only short term, but then the long term, because bills usually don't go down, and we need to see what the bigger picture is for energy for our community, and how do we become more competitive. And we have offered NIPSCO to come publicly to a meeting as well, so hopefully they will eventually take us up on that. Again, we want to work with them to find ways to reduce costs and be as competitive as possible. And lastly, as we do talk about NIPSCO, you know, there's a lot of discussion about the great partnership with Microsoft that's coming to LaPorte, and NIPSCO has separated business. Genco is a new company that Microsoft will work through, where they'll pay for all their infrastructure, they'll pay for all their energy costs. President Trump again put out there on his social media that Microsoft should pay 100% of their costs. The state agrees, we agree, and that's happening. So we can't have misinformation out there to help promote individual or elected officials promote themselves by sharing misinformation. And if you don't like data centers, that's one thing, but you have to be truthful about the facts, and that's what we're hoping for. So anything other than that, any other business?
No, sir.
Everybody have a wonderful day. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
We are adjourned. Enjoy.